Andres Brothers Roofing. We nail it every time, every time. We do one thing and we do it well. Since 1981, yes, time does tell. It's not just a house, it's your home. For quality work, we stand alone. Andres Brothers Roofing, we nail it every time. Quality guarantee, Andres Brothers Roofing, every time.
For more than 60 years, United has called West Texas home. It's from here that we operate 94 stores across the region. Look, and you'll see United employees all around you, supporting other local businesses, your businesses, and giving their time and energy to help our efforts to make this the best place to live and work. We are West Texas, and West Texas is United.
Our financial world seems to be forever changing, and that's why you need quality, personalized financial advice. Bennett & Trice, PLLC, provides individual and business clients with expertise that range from taxes, management, and accounting services to more in-depth services such as compiled and reviewed financial statements and litigation support. Bennett & Trice, 6807 Indiana Avenue, Suite 200. Call them today at 806-589-5111.
Hello and welcome to a Saturday morning edition of Shallowater Baseball. We are in Friendship in Wolford for the Brownfield Cubs and Shallowater Mustangs in the area playoffs. Game 2, Mustangs with a 1-0 lead in the series. I'm Donnie Hart here on the Shallowater Sports Network. And we are going to go quickly this morning with the 10 o'clock start, getting all the setup and everything. Didn't have a whole lot of time to put into a pregame show, but I'm here with Tony Jackson, who's seen an awful lot of these Shallowater baseball games, including last night. And what a job the Mustangs did starting out, getting it to a 1-0 lead in the series and putting themselves in the driver's seat.
Absolutely, Donnie. They seem to start off a little slow. Didn't get their bats going quite as quickly as we're used to, but they stayed in there, persisted, and got a couple of big hits that with bases juiced up, and got that big home run from Karen and put us up and kept it going.
Seems like Cole has a knack for that, hitting the big fly to kind of get things going. You guys put together a big 6-run inning here, late in the game. The pitching, though, it has really been where the Mustangs have made their hay so far in this playoffs. We've had a no-hitter. We've had a one-hitter. Chase with a great outing again last night. So you guys, 3-0 on the mound, and when you're cutting off offenses like they have so far in this playoff run, it makes it awful easy on the coaching staff.
True. Yeah, they've pitched very well. Looked good. I missed the games last week because I was out of town, but I heard about those and they've pitched well. They're coming right along, and today we got Haney on the mound, I believe, right?
Yep, Haney will get the start today. Big right-hander, allowed just the one hit in the victory in Game 2 against Denver City. First of second game of a doubleheader as the Mustangs swept that first round by district playoff game, and it was actually not against Denver City. It was Dimmitt. Got my D's all mixed up. But Haney will be on the mound today for the Mustangs. The defense will look like this. The battery mate will be Brooks Carter. He'll be behind the plate today. Karen will be at first base. Cutter Watson at second. Chase Blackburn will slide out to shortstop. Houston Brasino will be at third. Chris Salazar in left. Raston Copeland will play center. Gannon Moore will be in right field. And Haney, of course, the right-hander on the hill with the leadoff man for the Cubs. J.J. Martinez set to go. And the first pitch in there for a strike. Lineup for Brownfield looks like this. Martinez leads off. He's the shortstop. De Leon bats second and plays third base. Garcia will bat third and play second. Morales, the left fielder, in the cleanup spot. Romero bats fifth and plays first base. Larry, the DH, DHing for the catcher Sisson. Andrew Vaughn will be on the mound today for the Cubs and bat seventh. In the 8-hole, Nahara will be the right fielder, and batting ninth, the center fielder Jimenez. for the Brownfield Cubs, who got to sweep the Mustangs today to keep their season alive. Ground ball down the first baseline. Karen will touch it foul. So Haney way ahead here in the count, 1-2. Leadoff man in game 2. Mustangs won, of course, last night 10-2 to get that game 1 victory. Winner of this series will play the winner of Bushland and Littlefield, which has already been decided. Bushland swept the Littlefield Wildcats out of the playoffs, so Falcons await the winner.
A little breezier today than we had last night. Last night it was totally still, just about the flags laying straight down. Today we got a good breeze running from right field to left.
And Haney blows that pitch by Martinez for the strikeout. First strikeout for Matthew Haney, who had a dozen of those in his last outing. And De Leon stands in, the third baseman. So Haney off to a quick start here. Kicks and deals, misses high, 1-0. You know, Tony, I was looking at those flags. It's headed right out of here to left field. That's a good Cole Karen win.
That's true, yeah. Of course, he did it last night without any wind at all. He got a hold of that thing, laid it right out, just left of the high fence out there where off of center field. It was a nice shot. We knew right off the bat.
Made that good home run sound, didn't it? The 2-0. Right down Broadway, 2-1. So Haney and company, not only have they been outstanding on the mound, but this Mustang defense has been brilliant in the field. They have played good defense behind those starters, and it's been a good combination so far in this playoffs as that one misses downstairs. 3 balls and a strike here. And Matthew Haney will try to get back in this at-bat here. When you fall behind in the count 3-1, walks and errors really the only way Brownfield, you know, you don't want to give them anything. Just let them back in those games. So.
Right, and I believe they had error-free baseball all the way around last night. The Mustangs did.
High pop on the infield. Karen stands under it in foul territory, makes the catch, 2 gone, and that's how you do it. Just put him in play right there, Tony.
Absolutely. Get him swinging that bat a little bit. Reduces your number of pitches and let your defense work.
That'll bring up the second baseman, Zarius Garcia, the 3-hole man here for the Cubs.
I was laughing with David last night. I don't recognize half these boys because of their hair color changing and everything.
Yeah, they got that blonde hair. We talked about in that first series, with the way the state playoffs work for baseball and the amount of time that they may spend in this playoff run, they might get some roots before the thing's over. They might have to get that thing bleached a few times.
Take a pictures upstairs, 2 upstairs for Haney.
2 balls and no strikes as Haney got the first 2 men here working to the 3-hole hitter.
Cut.
Yeah, good swing and a miss there. Had a 2-0 pitch to hit. Couldn't square it up.
And I haven't seen Haney pitch in a while because he was out part of the season with an injury.
Ground ball to third. Hard hit ball. Line drive to third. Thought that one was off the hop. Brasino makes the play on the hot corner. And down in order go the Cubs. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. Half inning gone by. No score on the Shallowater Sports Network.
More than 60 years, United has called West Texas home. It's from here that we operate 94 stores across the region. Look, and you'll see United employees all around you, supporting other local businesses, your businesses, and giving their time and energy to help our efforts to make this the best place to live and work. We are West Texas, and West Texas is united.
Private gatherings or construction projects, big or small, call the experts at Forza Site Services. We provide sanitized portable restrooms and hand wash stations for all occasions. In need of a roll-off dumpster, Forza Site Services provides roll-off dumpsters for individual and construction sites used throughout West Texas. With locations throughout the Permian Basin, Pecos, and New Mexico, we can better serve our clients' needs. Since 2013, we've been a proud supporter of Shallowater ISD.
Welcome back to Tiger Stadium in Wolford, Texas. Donnie Hart and Tony Jackson here as we get set to go in the bottom of the first. Mustang batting order looks like this. Leading off will be the center fielder Raston Copeland. In the 2 holes, the DH today, Grant Carter. Batting third, his brother, the catcher, Brooks Carter. In the cleanup spot will be the first baseman, Cole Karen. Gannon Moore bats 5th and plays right field. Houston Brasino hits 6th at 3rd. Chase Blackburn will bat 7th and be the shortstop. Cutter Watson will hit 8th and play second base, and Chris Salazar will bat 9th and be in left field for the Mustangs, who will go against right-hander Andrew Vaughn for the Brownfield Cubs, who face elimination when in order 1, 2, 3. And here is a busy man on the Shallowater sports scene as Raston Copeland stands in to lead it off here in game 2. Of course, he led off on Thursday, the lead leg of the Mustang Sprint Relay team, who finished 4th down at the state track meet in Austin. Great performance by those guys. Set a PR, just missed the podium as Raston Copeland, Caleb Cox, Keegan Campbell, Major McCulley with a great performance. And Copeland lines one into the left center field gap. He'll turn at first base and head to second as that one goes to the wall. Copeland all the way to third. Will slide in there safe with a triple. And a leadoff triple to get the party started here in the Mustangs. Tony trying to jump on this thing quickly and make a statement here in game 2.
Absolutely, and Raston, he get a little air under a ball. He's going to get almost a third, or pretty close to it. He's got the wheels to get around there, just like you were saying, doing the job in track.
I mean, I tell you, you think about the amount of time that Raston Copeland spent this spring getting ready for all that, doing the track workouts, doing the baseball workouts, leading off, doing all those things. He's been a little bit everywhere, and Carter puts that one in play towards first base. It'll score the run, so Brant Carter gets the RBI ground out on the put out by the first baseman, but collects the RBI, and the Mustangs start quickly 1-0. Here's the catcher, Brooks Carter. Both Carters, of course, bat from the left side, and Brant put that one in play on the ground to produce the first run, and now nobody on, 1 out for Brooks. And that pitch on the outside corner, strike 1.
Brooks, I was talking last night, what a great, consistent batter he generally is. Doesn't real patient, makes him throw to him, and usually drives the ball.
Yeah, has a really nice approach, and he's got a lot of power too for a guy that puts the ball in play that much. He can drive the ball out of here, led the Mustangs in homers coming into the playoff run, and this guy does a little bit of everything. Plays some short, pitches a little bit. He can do it all, huh?
Absolutely.
Taps that one down the first base line. So just like his brother, grounds out to the first baseman unassisted. 2 gone.
I think he's a little frustrated with his batting. He seems a little slow for Brooks, but he had a triple last night that I think it was a 2 RBI triple. But I know he had a triple last night. Whenever he gets a hold of it, he really drives it. And usually he's more consistent about getting a hold of the ball.
Here comes some more Mustang thunder as the cleanup man, Cole Karen, stands in and grounds one between the hole into left field for a base hit. So Karen just put that one right between short and third. 2 out single sends Gannon Moore to the plate.
Right fielder number 12, Gannon Moore.
They're looking to get on Vaughn early. Looks like that. How many pitches has he thrown so far? What, about 6?
Yeah.
And the swinging first and second pitch.
They certainly have had the ambush approach for sure.
I started to say earlier I think that was part of the problem last night, was getting consistent pitches over the plate. Mm-hmm. They were struggling. They were trying to hit the ball, and most of them were hard to get to because they were outside and down and up.
There goes Karen. He will slide in safely at second with the stolen base. So with 2 outs, runner moves into scoring position. And Gannon Moore with a chance for a 2-out RBI, and that is something that this team prides itself in, Tony.
Yeah, absolutely. They get those RBIs and battle a lot with 2 outs. I was commenting last night. I wish we was looking through all the stats, and we don't have the stat for runs with 2 outs. We have a lot of those.
Sure have, and the Mustangs keep innings alive add on those runs, and it really puts a toll on the opponent and really takes their energy out of this game. The 1-0 misses outside, and you know, the Cubs and Mustangs, this is kind of unusual. Last night you had two teams wearing black. We come back here for game 2, and both of them in red.
Yeah, the bigger difference today is that at least Brownfield's wearing gray pants today. But yeah, they were both wearing black. The only difference last night pretty much was the numbers.
Broadcaster's dream, right? Pitch misses outside. At least the baseball thing's a little more, at least both teams aren't in the same playing area, you know.
At the same time.
Yeah, at the same time.
Generally speaking.
Would have been tough on a football guy if he had the same color for sure.
Absolutely.
Way ahead in the count is Moore, 3-0. Let's see if he gets the green light. He does. High fly ball to center field. Jimenez moves over, makes the catch, and that'll do it. Well, 1 run for the Mustangs. Couple of hits, no errors. They'll leave a man. We played 1. Mustangs lead 1-0 on the Shallowater Sports Network.
If you're thinking of getting a new car, stop in and see us about an auto loan. Line up your money first, then go out and bargain like a cash buyer. Our rates are competitive and we make our decisions right here, so we give you quick service on auto loans. Auto loans, we do them well. We're First State Bank of Shallowater, member FDIC.
One inning gone by. The Mustangs have scored a run, 1-0. They lead 1-0. Looking for the sweep here and a date with those Bushland Falcons. Donnie Hardy and Tony Jackson on the Shallowater Sports Network. We've had a lot going on here in Shallowater, and this now we can turn our attention strictly to the Mustangs, who will try to make their way to Round Rock. And leading off will be the left fielder, Adrian Morellis.
It's going to be Morellis, Romero, and Larry.
4, 5, and 6 in that Cub order as Haney from the windup misses upstairs. He's missed a little bit upstairs a couple of times.
A little trouble dialing it in. He'll get there.
A little juiced up there on the mound. Got that extra adrenaline flowing. Matthew fires, and that one catches the top of the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Looking forward to seeing him. He's going to Wayland next year. That's where my son's playing, so looking forward to seeing him next year.
Having teammates there. That'll be nice. Swung on and missed. 1 ball, 2 strikes as Haney ahead in the count here. Struck out 1 man in the first. Got the Cubs in order.
What Haney really has working for him is that big. He comes way over the top. He's a tall kid anyway, and he comes straight over the top. So those pitches coming way up to down is really great for the pitcher. Pitching pitches look for.
Ground ball base hit into left field as Garcino comes up empty on the dive. So a leadoff single for Morellis will bring up Romero.
Leadoff single brings up the first baseman, number 14, Jonathan Romero.
We'll see Haney from the stretch for the first time today. Carter, the catcher, throws well. So we'll see what kind of impact that has on the run game. He throws better than well. First pitch is outside. 1 ball, no strikes. You know, Brooks, during the COVID time, we had a little 7-on-7 going on, and he come out there and spin the football. And I got to tell you, Tony, he can sling that thing, man. He might throw it better than most of the quarterbacks that we've had here in recent years.
Oh, yeah?
They just did a little more with the feet, I think, than Brooks did. But, man, pocket passer, pure, I'm telling you. 1-1 here. Romero will foul that one away. The big first baseman made a couple of plays in that first inning on Mustangs. He had a couple of ground balls hit to him in the bottom half of the first.
Took care of those right down the line.
Yep.
Too much problem. Haney, keep an eye on that runner.
Pitch is high. 2-2. Have yet to see Morelos in motion. That due in a large part to the respect they have for Brooks Carter's arm we have talked about. The 2-2. Ground ball to short. A little slow to get to. Chase will go to first and get the man for the first out. So Blackburn with that little chopper just didn't have enough pace on it to turn it. Runner moves up to second.
Little slow dribbler there, and Brasino's thought about taking it, and then he pulled off of it, knowing that Chase probably had a better angle on it to make the throw. With the runner moving on the contact, he was going to make it to second. That was the play.
Here's the DH, Larry. Stands in from the left side. Just off the outside corner, 1-0. Cubs with the tying run in scoring position here. Morelos, the leadoff single, stands at second. Haney from the stretch, swung on and missed, 1-1.
I believe they got Larry and maybe one other lefty in this lineup.
The 1-1 pitch misses up and away. 2 balls and 1 strike here as Matthew Haney with a runner in scoring position, trying to just get a couple of good pitches execute here. He can get out of this thing with no worries. Pitch catches the outside corner, 2-2.
That was at the bottom of the zone, pretty low on Larry.
The 2-2 pitch, got him swinging. Second strikeout for Haney. 2 gone. And that'll bring up the pitcher, Andrew Vaughn.
Now batting for the Cubs, the pitcher, number 26, Andrew Valenzuela.
It is
Yeah.
Valenzuela. Pardon me, Tony. That's my friendship education showing up here in Tiger Stadium. Look down there and saw Valenzuela as Vaughn. How did I make that mistake? That didn't even look close. 1 ball, no strikes.
Oh, it was on here.
It was on the lineup. Okay.
On the written lineup.
Okay, on the written lineup. I knew I wasn't crazy. Like, come on now. So Valenzuela with a 1-1 count. We try to sort out what his name is. He is the second of the left-hander. Throws right, bats left, misses on the outside corner. 2 balls and 1 strike. The 1-2 is high. 3 balls and a strike here. Base open down there at first base, but Haney would like to get his man right here with that tying run in scoring position, leave him stranded. Fouled away. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and we'll go full here with 2 outs in the top of the second.
Not much of a lead from the runner out there on second. He's holding pretty close.
Three-two pitch. Lined into left. Salazar comes in a few steps, puts it away, and that'll do it. No runs, a hit. No errors, a man left. 1.5 gone by, 1-0 Mustangs on the Shallowater Sports Network.
Walk On Sports Bistro puts everything we've got into bringing you game day with a taste of Louisiana. Dig into our mouth-watering made-from-scratch Louisiana cuisine, all made with fresh ingredients you can't help but crave. Don't forget, kids eat free on Tuesdays with an adult entree purchase, and our happy hour is Monday through Thursday from 2 to 6 p.m. and 9 p.m. to close. Visit walk-ons.com to learn more about our story. Walk On Sports Bistro, more than a restaurant.
Welcome back to Wolford. Donnie Hart and Tony Jackson. We go to the bottom of the second. The Mustangs with a 1-0 lead. A pretty good turnout here from Shallowater folks. That Shallowater Army travels well.
They are, yeah, pretty good turnout. I tell you, last night was both sides were packed. We had a full house. A little early morning, folks ain't coming out as quick as they did last night.
Yeah, a little slow to get off the couch. I understand that.
It's Saturday morning.
Yeah, Saturday morning coffee. You gotta. Some people maybe they gotta trim the yard. I got people for that.
I know it's rough on me getting up and get going on Saturday morning. I like taking Saturdays off.
Racino, Blackburn, and Watson here due for the Mustangs in the bottom of the second. They scored a run after Raston Copeland tripled to lead off. And then Grant Carter delivered him on a ground ball to first for our run in the first inning. Racino came in 384, no homers, 28 RBIs. Outstanding performance from Houston in that by-district round. Tony, he drove in 7 runs in that first playoff series, and it seemed like every time he came up, they were loaded.
Really?
Yeah, he had plenty of ducks on the pond, I'll tell you.
Houston's been consistent all year long. He's a good glove over there on the corner and pretty good at the plate.
Valenzuela's pitch might have been tipped there at the plate, but strike nonetheless. Valenzuela not near as big of a threat as, or not near as big of a presence on that mound as Matthew Haney.
No, he's foot shorter.
Giving up a little bit of size to Matthew, isn't he? 1 ball, 1 strike, the count to Brasino.
Brownfield used 4 or 5 pitchers last night.
That pitch up and catches the top of the zone on the inside corner. Brasino kind of ducked away there, Tony.
Yeah, they used 4 or 5 pitchers last night. Of course, using that means none of them pitched a full allotment of pitches. So they'd all be eligible today.
The 1-2 just off the outside corner, 2-2. Good take there from Houston.
Houston's going to dig in here and find his pitch.
The 2-2 pitch. Lifted up the right side, foul territory. First baseman will give chase, and it'll be out of play. So count remains 2-2 there. Saw an at-bat last night on the way home. Shouldn't be watching YouTube while we're driving, but what do you know when the Mustangs are playing? But Brasino saw about a 12-pitch at-bat last night.
He did, yeah, enough that we lost count.
Now ball back to the mound there. He was battling with 2 strikes. Valenzuela over to first. One gone here in the bottom of the second.
Well, I've been impressed with Brownfield so far. Of course, we played them early in the season, back in the tournament, and wasn't much competition there. But they've come a long ways over the season, and it's a lot better game this last night's game. Last night's game, even though it ended 10-2, was a lot closer game than that. It sure seemed like it.
Yeah, it was 4-1 for a long time. It seemed like.
And I think we had between both teams. I think there was more stranded runners than any game I've seen all season.
Chase Blackburn, the shortstop, takes a strike there on that first pitch.
Yep, bottom of the zone.
The 0-1 swung on and missed. You know, we were watching that first series against Dimmitt. They had a hard time getting the ball over the plate. and throwing strikes. And today, that's one thing that Valenzuela's been able to do. He's found the zone, made these guys put them in play.
He is, yeah, doing a lot better job than what they had going last night, at least initially.
The 0-2 is inside, so 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That was that was their problem last night was getting some consistent pitches near the plate that they could drive. So they were just trying so hard to put something in play. But, they're swinging at some bad pitches.
1-2 pitch. Valenzuela working from the stretch. Right down the middle, call strike 3. Strikeout for Valenzuela. 2 gone here in the bottom of the second. And Cutter Watson, the second baseman, will stand in.
Now batting for the Mustangs, the second baseman, number 2.
Chaser, as he's walking off, followed up with Cutter and gave him a couple of tips. I like seeing batters do that. Whenever you do strike out, try to make something productive out of it. Let your upcoming batter know what you saw.
Yep, that second, third time through, that can be big as they get a better look at Valenzuela here as Watson taps the first one foul.
Cutter, I bet didn't recognize him because he cut all his hair off.
He did. He went the different direction there as that one chopped foul. Come on, Huff, make a play.
Yeah, no play for him. Come on.
0-2, Valenzuela way ahead here in the count.
Well, let's be honest. He'd had to get horizontal to get that ball, and that ain't going to happen for a coach out of the box.
Just didn't quite have the foot speed. Didn't get a good read off the bat on that one. Pitch misses high. 1-2.
That one slipped on Valenzuela, I'm guessing. That's the first really wild pitch he's had.
Yep. Came out of the slot a little high there as Salazar, the left fielder who stands on deck, had to go retrieve that one. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3, and that'll do it for the Mustangs here in the second. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. We played 2, 1-0 Shallowater on the Shallowater Sports Network.
Brownfield 0, Shallowater 1.
Gatherings or construction projects, big or small, call the experts at Forza Site Services. We provide sanitized portable restrooms and hand wash stations for all occasions. In need of a roll-off dumpster, Forza Site Services provides roll-off dumpsters for individual and construction sites used throughout West Texas. With locations throughout the Permian Basin, Pecos, and New Mexico, we can better serve our clients' needs. Since 2013, we've been a proud supporter of Shallowater ISD.
Welcome back to Wolford. Donnie Hart, Tony Jackson on the Shallowater Sports Network. Played 2 here in this morning, game number 2. 1-0 Shallowater, bottom of the order due here. 8-9, and then we'll go back to the top with the leadoff man here in the third. So you'll have Nahara, the right fielder, to lead off the top of the third. First pitch from Haney is upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. Kicks and deals, misses downstairs. 2-0.
The field here at Wolford is an all-turf field all the way out. It's my understanding it's pretty new, brand new turf. So they were asked not to wear spikes, I believe, rubber cleats.
Pitch is swung on and missed. Well, you know, it's interesting. They got all new turf out here in Friendship. We didn't even have grass when I was playing out here. We had the infield look really nice, but you should have been out there in the gopher hole pit behind the tennis courts
You talking about the field back over there?
Yeah, that's where.
I've played that field.
Yeah.
Yep, I've coached the kids on that field.
Yeah, it was. That was all the reason you needed as an outfielder to catch it in the air. You didn't want it to hit on that dirt out there. It could go anywhere.
Right.
The 2-2 pitch from Haney. Ground ball to third. Gobbled up by Brasino. Across the way, a Karen tag applied and one gone.
Gave him a little tag push.
Well, Cole just a little love tap there. He's just such a big guy. It looks just much more menacing than it actually is, right?
Maybe that's it.
Here's Jimenez. He is the center fielder.
Yeah. Logan Jimenez. He pitched a little bit last night.
Swung on and missed, 0-1. It's a couple of times so far in this playoff run where Brasino's made a play and Cole over there at first base has come off the bag, made the tag, and picked up his third baseman. It's nice to have that big body over there on first base. Gives you plenty of catch radius over there.
Yeah, I've seen those. Wayland team's got a big first baseman. A lot of first basemen are real big. It spoils those infielders whenever they get somebody shorter over there. It really does. They have to hit the target a little closer.
The 1-2 pitch from Haney. Right down Broadway. Call strike 3. 2 gone as Matthew Haney puts our paint doctor call strike 3, painting that outside corner.
Brings us back to the top of the order with J.J. Martinez, the shortstop.
Martinez struck out to lead this thing off. And he'll take a pitch on the outside corner for a strike. So first 2 men retired here in the top of the third as Haney from the windup. Ground ball to first. Karen knocks it down, touches the bag, and that'll do it. Cubs are gone in order. We've played 2.5, 1-0 Shallowater on the Shallowater Sports Network.
When People's Bank branch president Stephen Least isn't helping another small business with their financial success, you'll find him on the diamond doing what he loves, coaching kids.
Working at People's Bank has taught me how important it is to give back to our community. Coaching allows me to mold our future leaders using the principles I've learned while working with small business owners. I'm Stephen Least. I'm one of the people that you know at People's Bank, a bank in the people business.
We go to the bottom of the third here in Wolford. Shallowater Mustangs, Brownfield Cubs, game 2 of the area playoffs. Shallowater with a 1-game to none lead. Donnie Hart and Tony Jackson with you. It'll be 9-1-2 here for the Mustangs in the third. Salazar, the left fielder, then Copeland and Grant Carter. Pretty good outing so far from Valenzuela, the right-hander for the Cubs. He has a tall task today when you face this Shallowater offense. They can really produce runs, and he has done a good job here in the first couple of innings throwing strikes.
Yep, kept the Mustang. He's been keeping the Mustang batters off balance enough to get some ground outs. Doing real well.
First pitch misses outside to Salazar. Let's see if this Mustang lineup can get going second time through the order. One 1-0 pitch to Salazar. One hopper out to second. Gobbled up by Garcia. Over to Romero. One gone. Copeland stands in. He tripled to lead us off. Scored a run on the Carter ground out. Our only run of the game. That one coming obviously back in the bottom half of the first.
See if we can put another one out there by the fence. That was a great shot he had in the first.
Pitch misses outside. One ball, no strikes. Copeland was named Mustang Most Valuable Athlete. That happens when you're a all-district corner and then you make it to state on the track. This baseball team, the center fielder, has really been sort of the fuse to this Shallowater offense. He gets the party started, sets the table for those bashers in the middle of that Mustang order.
Yeah, he's good about getting on base. And, of course, when he gets on base, he starts making pitchers nervous real quick.
Yeah, he's got that fast twitch. So Raston can disrupt you on the mound simply by his presence on the base pass. He's ahead here 2-0, and that pitch catches the outside corner 2-1.
Patient batting there by Raston. He's waiting for a strike. Making Velasquez throw to him.
2-1 pitch. That one in a little tight, 3-1. The DH, Brant Carter, is next. Three-one pitch. Fouled back. Jammed him a little bit. Got it in on his thumbs.
That'll take the count full.
Valenzuela works again from the stretch, 3-2. And that pitch is outside, ball 4. So Copeland's aboard with the base on balls. That'll bring up the DH, Brant Carter. Has an RBI ground out in the first. He's 0 for 1. How fast do you think how many pitches do you think Raston's headed down towards second? About a half?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was going to say second or third pitch. If he waits that long.
He was not on the move there, and that pitch misses outside 1-0. Just catching his breath, measuring the move of Valenzuela.
Get their signs from Coach Huffman down there. You got the play on.
The 1-0 pitch, lifted foul, and Copeland will have to retreat back to first as he was on the move. 1-1.
Yeah, base runners slower action down a little bit as the coaches get the signs from the boxes to their runners and the batters. And again, that's what made last night so long. We had so many runners on the base paths that just about every pitch had to go through that cycle.
1-1 pitch, chopper to first. Touch on the bag, now throw down to second, not in time to get Copeland, but Carter has grounded out twice to Romero over there at first. Raston will move up to second on the fielder's choice. 2 outs, and here comes Brooks Carter. He grounded out to first his first time as well, 0 for 1.
Valenzuela still staying after those Mustang batters, keeping them off balance.
2-out RBI opportunity with a runner on scoring, but in scoring position for Brooks Carter, and he'll take that pitch outside. 1 ball, no strikes. See if Brooks can kind of get himself going here in this playoff run. Lifts that one foul out of play.
Has that off the end of the bat. Now, I've been watching Brooks bat for a long time. Back when my son was in high school and we'd be down there working out, Richard would bring the boys down there and they'd hit a lot of BP out there on the field and stuff. So we've watched them for a long time.
Do you have any input into the swing here? Did you do any tweaking with that at all?
No, I had nothing. Did my job by staying out of it.
That's how I try to do it.
Richard is the baseball guy. He knows a lot about the game, and I leave that to him.
Time called here.
Yeah, matter of fact, I think it may have been the opposite. I think maybe Richard gave Ty some input on his swing back then.
Well, you know, it's who you know a lot of times, I'll say that. The 1-2 pitch, hammered to center field. It'll push Jimenez back to the wall. One hop off the fence, and Brooks Carter has delivered a 2-out RBI double. And the Mustangs lead by 2-0.
It's a good shot by Brooks. Coming off the bat, I didn't think it was that far back, and I don't think the center fielder did either. But as he took off running back to his right toward the fence, that thing got over his head. He had to give chase. Good hit.
Ryland Blackburn will run for Carter as a courtesy runner to give Brooks a chance to put the shin guards and catcher's gear on. They will issue the free pass to Karen with 2 outs and a base open. So an intentional pass here for Cole. Cole had singled his first time, so he was 1 for 1, and with a man in scoring position, probably the smart move. They'll go after the right fielder, Gannon Moore, who flew out his first time. Two on, 2 out, 2-0.
I really root from Gannon whenever they intentionally walk Karen.
Yeah.
I really root for him hard.
He comes through a lot. I mean, you know, it's not exactly it's not exactly a slouch that's standing in there. Moore is a good hitter. This whole team, boy, there's not really an easy out in the entire lineup, and so playing with fire, putting men on base for him. Ground ball to short. Nice play there by the shortstop Martinez. He'll go the short way to Garcia at second. And that will end the inning for the Mustangs. But in the frame, they score a run on 1 hit. No errors, leave 2. We played 3. It's 2-0 Shallowater on the Shallowater Sports Network.
Andress Brothers Roofing, we nail it every time. We do one thing and we do it well. Since 1981, yes, time does tell. It's not just a house, it's your home. For quality work, we stand alone. Andress Brothers Roofing, we nail it every time. Quality guarantee, Andress Brothers Roofing, every time.
Welcome back to Wolford, the beautiful Saturday morning. 3 innings gone by here in Game 2 of this area round playoff series between Shallowater and Brownfield. The Mustangs lead the series 1 game to none. Lead this ball game 2 games are 2-0.
So that last little setup paid off for Brownfield as they issued that intentional walk and got Cannon there at second, got the force at second, which if they'd gone the other way, they wouldn't have had that force there.
Here's De Leon.
He's a 2-hole. Yeah, he popped up to first inning.
We'll take that first pitch outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Haney from the windup. Pitch lifted in the air to center. Copeland coming in. It will drop a leadoff single. Little Texas leaguer out there to center. And the leadoff man is aboard for the Cubs here in the top of the fourth. Here's the second baseman, Garcia.
Yeah, I think we just hit out there in no man's land. Too deep for the infield and way in front of Copeland, even with his speed.
Now Garcia is 0 for 1, but he hit it hard in the first. A hard line out to Brasino at third, and this one ripped into left field. Salazar back, makes the play on the track. Chris Salazar was positioned well.
Nice catch.
And caught that thing on the run. 2 hard hit balls for Garcia, and he's 0 for 2.
Yeah, nothing to show for it.
Here's Morelos. He singled his first time.
The beauty of baseball. He got 2 shots like that, and he's 0 for, and last night Chase hit a dying quail just landed out there past third base, and he gets a hit for it. Off the handle, I think.
Pitch is on the outside corner for a strike. Well, you talk about it, you can show that in just this inning as Garcia, the leadoff man, just loped one out to center for a hit, and his buddy hits a rocket for an out. That's how it goes. The 0-1 through the legs of Carter. It'll roll to the backstop. The runner will move up on the pass ball.
I think just got under Brooks. Trickle away from him.
1-1. 1-1, 1 out. Runner down at second, and Haney from the stretch. Long look at second. He started that delivery to the mound with his head still looking back at second.
Yeah, that was a
the
good
outside corner.
That was a good pitch, and yeah, he was watching that runner for so long, and then brought it in for a strike.
The 1-2 just off the inside corner. Good block that time from Carter.
Two and 2 to Morales.
Pitch is outside. Yeah, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Matthew does have a base open at first, but he wants the action right here on this pitch. The 3-2. Ground ball to second. Watson to Karen. 2 down.
Get the man, move the runner over to third.
And here comes Jonathan Romero. The first baseman will try to deliver some 2-out magic here for the Cubs, who trail by 2, have a runner down at third base.
Romero grounded out to short last time up, back in the second.
Haney rolls him over. Brasino will knock it down, fires across, and that'll do it. Out of trouble is Matthew Haney. We've played 3.5. Mustangs 2-0 on the Shallowater Sports Network.
When you hear the hail and the thunder, you don't have to wonder who to call. Call the Paint Doctor.
If you're thinking of getting a new car, stop in and see us about an auto loan. Line up your money first, then go out and bargain like a cash buyer. Our rates are competitive and we make our decisions right here, so we give you quick service on auto loans. Auto loans. We do them well. We're First State Bank of Shallowater, member FDIC.
Whatever you do, do it well.
bottom of the fourth we go here at Tiger Stadium in Wolford. Mustangs with the 2-0 lead. We'll send Brasino, Blackburn, and Watson to the plate. Houston, the third baseman, has made some nice defensive plays here today behind starter Matthew Haney. He hit a ground ball back to the mound his first time up, back in the second inning, and he'll lead us off here in the bottom of the fourth. Valenzuela from the stretch kept these Mustang hitters off balance, and there's a hard hit ball down into the left field corner. Brasino turns the corner, heads to second, throw in, time at second base to cut down Houston Brasino. Nice throw from the left fielder Morales as he went into the corner to get that thing and then threw Brasino out trying to extend that single into a double.
Yeah, whenever he rounded, by the time he got to first, that thing was still down in the quarter rattling around. And he thought he could get there to second. Don't blame him. It was, wasn't a bad gamble. They just made a good play to bring it in. They had to make that play to cut him off, and they got it done.
Here's Chase. He was caught looking in the second. Tapper foul, 0-1. Well, the Cubs won't go away. They have stuck around here in this baseball game. Good pitching here from Valenzuela, who has sort of mixed it up. He's not overpowering. Doesn't have a huge fastball, but he has done a nice job of keeping the Mustang hitters off balance, and he's ahead again here on Blackburn 0-2. Long look in for the sign. The 0-2 pitch. Outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Valenzuela doing all this, and he's just a freshman.
Wow, that is impressive performance for a freshman. This is not the order you like to see in the start column when you're a freshman, for sure. Just on the outside corner, Valenzuela wanted it. Ooh, he's bending down, just off. 2-2.
Chase said, a good-looking pitch.
Yeah, Chase said, nah, it was outside. Had it all the way. 2-2 pitch. Lifted foul out of play. We'll do it again.
What we've said during the year a lot is take a pitch like that. It's like, ooh, I wouldn't take that one again if I was you. Cause
yeah, it's a good take as long as they don't ring you, right? If not, it's like.
That's my way of saying, yeah, I think that was a strike. You wouldn't let that one go again.
Count goes full there as Valenzuela had that one miss high and away. 3-2, 1 out. Bottom of the fourth here. Pitch on the way to Blackburn. Swung on and missed. Got him swinging.
Yeah, pull the string on him. That his second strikeout?
Second time he's gotten Blackburn third strikeout of the game because he struck out Cutter Watson to end the second his last time. So Cutter is 0 for 1 with the strikeout as well, and he'll stand in looking for a little better results this time than he had his first at-bat.
Cutter got those foul balls, and he fell for the high cheese up in the top of the zone.
Good pitch on the outside corner. Valenzuela getting ahead of a lot of these Mustang pitchers. He has thrown strike 1 a lot today.
That's a nice curveball he just threw. Dropped it in.
The 0-1 pitch. Off the fist. Slow roller to short. Wild throw will put Watson on, although I think that one probably going to be scored a hit. It would have been a special play from Martinez.
Yeah, it was hit slow enough that it was, I think it'd go for a hit.
Yeah, it was a slow roller.
Jammed him in off the handle.
Yep, jammed him in. It was a good pitch.
They'll bring up Salazar.
Salazar grounded out his first time. Has a runner at first with 2 outs. Line drive in to the right field corner is foul. He was out in front of that pitch.
Yeah, just a little early on that one.
0-1. Tony and I are up here in the press box lobbying for that hit.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, we might have got it done.
They were discussing it?
Yeah, they were worried about that one. You got some guys up here at the 6A level, you know, keeping score, and there's, you know.
I guess, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I keep telling. I'm always saying it's high school ball. Remember that. It's not pro ball. There's a hit.
Line drive to left. That one is clean. Base hit for Chris Salazar. Station to station go the Mustangs as Watson will advance up to second. And now 2-1 for Copeland, who has tripled and walked. Copeland has scored both Mustang runs today. Scored obviously after the leadoff triple in the first. Drew a one-out walk in the third and came around to score.
There's a chance to RBI some.
Maybe he'll drive himself in too. That wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. High pop into no man's land out in center field. It'll drop. One run will score. Throw to third is over the head of the third baseman. Now we've got Copeland having to scramble back. So the ball drops into center field for what will be scored a hit and an RBI for Copeland, I would imagine.
Yeah, then the throw in went over the head of the third baseman and over toward the dugout, which made. Who's that on third? Chris?
Yeah.
It started to head home, but then held up, and Copeland had already turned second, was headed for third. And almost got caught in a pickle.
Grant Carter, who is 0 for 2, grounded out to first twice in this game. Has produced a run, though, on one of those groundouts. 3-0 Mustangs lead, has 2 men in scoring position here. Big opportunity for Brant, the designated hitter. Carter DHing for Matthew Haney, whose job is to keep putting up goose eggs. Pitch on the outside corner for a strike. Valenzuela trying to pitch his way out of trouble. Allowed a run in the first, 1 in the third, and 1 here in the fourth. It's those crooked numbers, though, that will get you, Tony.
Absolutely, yeah. Try to avoid that crooked number.
The 1-1 pitch outside, 2-1.
As a pitcher's dad, yeah, I'll pretty well defend that. Hey, as long as you don't put up a crooked number, you're doing all right. Your team should be picking you up from there. Like those goose eggs.
Throw over to third is wild on the pickoff attempt. That'll be an error. It'll score Salazar. And the Mustangs will take that freebie. That's 2-1. They go for the pickoff of the runner at third. And a wild throw will score Chris Salazar.
And I'm not sure why the third baseman missed that. Didn't look like it was that low, was it?
Can't hear with these headphones on. No, might have caught Salazar off the headgear maybe. Might have bounced off that helmet. But it didn't look that low. It was looked like from our perspective about knee high.
It looked to me like the third baseman just missed it. I don't know what happened there.
Copeland moves up to third on the error. 2-2 at the plate here to Brant Carter. 2-2 pitch is off the edge. 3-2. Brooks Carter would be next. Four to nothing. Shallowater with a couple of runs here in the fourth. Trying to take control of this game. And Carter, fly ball to center. Jimenez a few steps in and now lunges forward to make the catch.
Oh my.
To retire the side. Well, 2 runs come on 4 hits. 1 error. They leave a man. We played 4. It is 4-0 Mustangs on the Shallowater Sports Network.
gatherings or construction projects, big or small, call the experts at Forza Site Services. We provide sanitized portable restrooms and hand wash stations for all occasions. In need of a roll-off dumpster, Forza Site Services provides roll-off dumpsters for individual and construction sites used throughout West Texas. With locations throughout the Permian Basin, Pecos, and New Mexico, we can better serve our clients' needs. Since 2013, we've been a proud supporter of Shallowater ISD.
We go to the top of the fifth. Here's the Mustangs head football coach and athletic director Rodney Vinson. He's been about all over Texas as he was down at the state track meet in Austin to support those Mustangs and Phillies. Now back here in Wolford, taking in a little high school baseball, rooting on his Mustangs. 4-0 Shallowater as we go to the top of the fifth. It'll be Larry Valenzuela and Nahara due here for the Cubs. So a couple of lefties will lead us off.
Yeah, 6, 7, and 8.
Against Matthew Haney, who has thrown up 4 straight goose eggs. 2-hit baseball.
See if Hank can keep it going here.
First pitch to Larry misses outside, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch is fouled back, evens it up 1-1. Mustang offense got going a little bit there in the fourth. Let's see if Haney can get these Cubs quickly and get them back up there. As that pitch catches the outside corner 1 and 2. Want to get them back in the box while those bats are still hot. 4 hits in the bottom of the fourth. Starting to get a little better look of Valenzuela, the Cubs starter. 1-2 pitch bounces in the dirt. Curveball just a little too much. 12-6 on that one.
And he gets him a little rosin.
Yeah.
Dry those hands out a little bit. Maybe that was the problem.
2-2. Looks like it. Paint doctor calls strike 3 as Matthew Haney paints the black. 1 gone here in the top of the fifth.
Let the freshman Valenzuela come in here and try to help his cause.
Andrew flew to left his last time. 0 for 1. Pitches high and away, 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0 pitch from Haney. Outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Matthew working that shoulder out just a little bit there after those 2 pitches missed away. That one just off the edge as well. 3 balls, no strikes, and so Valenzuela way ahead here. The 3-0. Call strike 1.
Now I'm trying to remember what the injury was with Matthew. I think it was something to do with the rotator cuff or one of those tendons up there that they were letting it rest.
That pitch misses high and away, so a free pass for Valenzuela, who will be aboard at first base. And here's Nahara, the right fielder.
First walk of the day for Haney.
Coach Huffman noticing that movement around on his right-hander's shoulder. Just, I think, maybe just a quick check in here to see, hey, Matthew, it's going pretty good, but make sure you're doing okay as he'll take a visit. Mustangs with 1 in the first, another in the bottom of the third, 2 in the fourth to lead 4-0 here in the top of the 5th inning. And he struck the leadoff man in the 5th out, but delivered the free pass to Valenzuela. And Coach Huffman, of course, got the words he was looking for from Matthew Haney. Get a courtesy runner in here for the Cubs.
Yeah, courtesy runner for the pitcher.
Roman Villanueva will run down there at third for Valenzuela, who drew the free pass. So Nahara stands in.
Nahara grounded out to third, back in the third.
Pitch is up and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Well, he got the first man. Now with a little bit of trouble locating the zone here for the last batter. And then, of course, that first pitch missed wildly from Haney. See if Matthew can get it dialed back in. That pitch in there for a strike, 1-1.
Not too worried in that the one thing that the Mustangs really have going for them is a deep, got lots of pitching.
Yeah, they sure do.
So for a 3A team, they've got a lot of pitching. They don't have to rely. They've been getting by with just 1 or 2 guys, and they don't have to rely on that.
Haney catches the outside corner, 1-2. The Mustangs bat in the 5th. It'll be 3, 4, and 5. Heart of the Shallowater order due. And there is a swing and a miss. And away goes Nahara. Second strikeout of the inning for Matthew Haney. 5th on the day. And here's Jimenez, the center fielder. Throw over to first, just a little check in there from Matthew.
Don't let that runner on first know that I know you're there. Got my back to you, but I know you're there.
First pitch on the outside corner for a strike. So the control kind of abandoned Matthew Haney there for maybe about 7 pitches. And now he's got it dialed back in. The 0-1, outside corner, strike 2. Haney way ahead here.
Nailed down that outside corner on that pitch.
The 0-2. Lined into right field, a base hit past a diving Karen. And we'll put the brakes on the runner at second as Moore sends it back in. So runners at first and second now here for the Cubs.
Well, that was a good hit by Jimenez there. He just went with the ball that was given to him. Kind of off the end of the bat, but drove it out there. Did get kind of lucky to get it past Karen because Karen almost put a glove on it.
And we go back to the top of the order with J.J. Martinez. The shortstop stands in, struck out his first time. Grounded out back in the third, 0 for 2. First pitch misses, 1 ball, no strikes. Matthew Haney trying to survive this 5th inning here. Has a couple of runners on base. Throw behind the runner at first, not in time as Carter took a shot down there. Just missed him. 1-1.
Jimenez dove back in time.
Outside corner, strike 2. So Haney with a 1-2 count now. He is way ahead in 2 outs. Trying to strand a couple of Cubs and keep that Mustang lead at 4 from the stretch. Ground ball to first. Karen bobbles, retrieves, touches first, and that's it for the Cubs. They'll lead 2 here in the 5th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left. We go to the bottom of the 5th. 3, 4, and 5 coming up for the Mustangs.
Our financial world seems to be forever changing, and that's why you need quality, personalized financial advice. Bennett and Trice, PLLC, provides individual and business clients with expertise that range from taxes, management, and accounting services to more in-depth services such as compiled and reviewed financial statements and litigation support. Bennett and Trice, 6807 Indiana Avenue, Suite 200. Call them today at 806-589-5111.
Welcome back to Friendship. I'm Donnie Hart alongside Tony Jackson. Shallowater Mustangs with a 4-0 lead here on the Shallowater Sports Network. We're here in Tiger Stadium. My good friend and head coach of the Friendship Tigers, Chad Reynolds, his crew got a big win last night. They were in the state playoffs as well. They won game 1 of their series in the area round, going for a sweep today. So good luck to the Tigers. They're out in Wichita Falls battling the Lightning. Last night it was clear weather here in Wolford for the Mustangs and Cubs. Shallowater got that game 1 win. Need a couple of more outs here to polish off the Cubs here in game 2. A couple of more innings, but Brooks Carter will look for more as he stands in. The Mustangs 3-hole man. Doubled his last time and sends that one into right field for a hit. So Carter now 2 for 3 is aboard at first to lead off the 5th, and this Shallowater offense starting to kind of get a good look and zone in on Valenzuela.
Brooks didn't waste any time there, just driving that ball out into short right field over the second baseman's head.
Here's Karen, the cleanup man. Singled in the first, was intentionally walked in the third, and they are going to give him an intentional pass. You know, runner at first, nobody out, down by 4. Here, let's put more guys on. Now, listen, Cole is a great hitter, but this is kind of the Barry Bonds treatment.
Yeah, they did the same thing. Did the same thing last night. He's the leadoff batter, and in the inning, and they intentionally walk him, and it was, gosh, I think we were down to the 7th inning. There was no gain in it. It was. I mean, face the guy and see what you can do.
Here's Gannon Moore. Moore bunts that one foul. He was trying to move those runners up.
And if you want to give him 4 slot pitches, do that, you know.
Yeah. Gannon is 0 for 2. I wish Gannon would hit one right over that People's Bank scoreboard. That would be kind of poetic justice for what just happened to him. No respect to Gannon Moore. Pitch on the outside corner. In there for a strike.
Two strikes on Gannon.
0-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled at the plate. He'll stay alive. Just got a piece.
Gannon went to ask for time right before that pitch was thrown. And I don't know what, we got a coach, I think it's the coach, who's coming out, talking to the umpire. I'm not sure what the dispute's over.
He keeps pointing down to the other umpires like he's saying, hey, can you check to see if it was a foul tip? Now they're going to have a conference. Not sure what they could change here. I mean, I guess they could say it was not tipped, but I would be shocked if they overturned anything.
Yeah, they're going to keep it a foul ball.
Yep. I don't know how the guys 120 feet can help the guy that was 4 feet away from knowing if that ball was tipped or not.
Right? Yeah, I mean, unless it's, maybe in a case where it's totally blocked from him. But I imagine he heard he hit the bat would be my guess. That's why he called the foul, because he called it quickly.
Yeah, he did. The 0-2 pitch, ground ball to first. Romero gobbles it up, touches the bag, but it'll advance the runners.
So the bunt worked out either way. It wasn't a bunt, but he got exactly what he wanted to do done.
Just not as friendly on the batting average there for Gannon.
Right.
Brasino stands in with a couple of runners in scoring position.
He drove that one down third baseline last time, didn't he?
Yep, singled, was thrown out at second, trying to extend
That's
that single
right.
into a double. So he is 1 for 2, has also grounded back to the mound.
Well, if he can drive another one down the third base line, he can pick up a couple RBIs.
Yeah, regardless of what happens out there at second base, right?
That's right.
I bet Coach White gives him the stop sign this time. That pitch on the inside misses too tight. 1 ball, no strikes. One 0 pitch. Off the hands, popped up. Catcher dives and can't make the play. Whew. Good effort.
Was a good effort, yeah.
From Sisson.
Yeah, that one deserves a good try catch right there.
Almost got it. Evens the count at 1-1.
Shallowater leading 4-0 and threatening for more.
Swung on and missed. 1 and 2. Infield pretty deep here. They will concede the run on a ground ball. Racino with a rocket into the left field corner again. That will score 2. And Nostradamus Tony Jackson called that one perfectly. Line drive down into the left field corner for a hit. 2-run single for Brasino.
I think Valenzuela there just made a mistake. He left one up high, and it was just in the sweet spot for Houston to drive. He took that thing out the left field, right down to the third base line, just inside. Fly ball halfway out there to the fielder and then dropped. Good spot, good drive.
Pitching coach for Brownfield comes out to discuss the situation there with his freshman right-hander Valenzuela, who has done a heck of a job here. More than anything, I think it's just, hey, go get him, kid. Don't stay with them.
Yeah, the freshman's still doing a heck of a job.
He really is.
He's these Mustang batters, you can't keep them down for too long. They're going to figure stuff out, figure out how to drive a ball.
Blackburn, the shortstop, will stand in. He is 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. Has Brasino at first base.
And Brasino stayed at first this time.
He did.
Didn't try to stretch it.
Coach White's lassoed him over there at first. He said, nope, stay right here. It's all right. 1 ball, no strikes to Blackburn.
I think Chase is due right here. He got 2 strikeouts, and he had a good night last night. Had several hits.
Pitch high and away, 2 balls and no strikes. So Chase way ahead here at 2-0. He can go hunting a pitch. Give me one in my zone. I'm coming out of my shoes. Blackburn asks for time.
Umpire wasn't quick to give it because he asked for it as soon as he got in there. You wanted time, why'd you step in?
That's funny. Let's see, that pitch misses upstairs 3-0. And Blackburn and the home plate umpire are having a conversation the last couple of pitches. Just, I think it's more about how quickly he's working. Valenzuela, he's feeling a little quick pitched. 3-0 in for a strike, 3-1.
I was thinking that last pitch was the pitch before that one was called a ball, and I was just about to say I don't think I let it go by again. And that last pitch was the same spot, and it was called a strike. Right there at the top of the zone.
Lifted to center. Jimenez a few steps back, camped under it, makes the catch. 2 gone. And Cutter Watson, the second baseman, has struck out and singled, scored a run. In the 4th inning, will stand in with 2 outs and Brasino at first base. First pitch from Valenzuela downstairs. 1 ball, no strikes.
What did Watson do last time? Because he struck out time.
He singled his last time. Got on a roll there. That one will hit the third base bag and be a hit.
Oh, yeah. Little kiss from the baseball guys.
A little ground ball right off the bag. Had some good English on it. Brasino moves up to second. Salazar stands in. He singled his last time and scored a run as well in that 4th inning. Also grounded out to second base back in the 3rd. This is 3 straight innings in a row Chris Salazar has been to the plate, so the Mustangs starting to get more guys in the box. And he'll take that pitch on the outside corner for a strike. Runners at first and second with 2 outs here. It is 6-0. Ground ball back to the mound. Good catch by Valenzuela. And he'll throw it over to first to end the threat. But the Mustangs score 2. And now lead 6-0 as we go to the 6th on the Shallowater Sports Network.
Walk On Sports Bistro puts everything we've got into bringing you game day with a taste of Louisiana. Dig into our mouth-watering made-from-scratch Louisiana cuisine, all made with fresh ingredients you can't help but crave. Don't forget, kids eat free on Tuesdays with an adult entree purchase, and our happy hour is Monday through Thursday from 2 to 6 p.m. and 9 p.m. to close. Visit walk-ons.com to learn more about our story. Walk On Sports Bistro, more than a restaurant.
Welcome back to Wolford. Donnie Hart and Tony Jackson. We head to the top of the 6th inning. Shallowater with the 6-0 lead. The Mustang bats have come to life. Scored 2 runs in the last couple of innings. Did so there in the bottom of the 5th on 3 hits. They did strand a couple. So 6-0 lead for Matthew Haney. And he is 6 outs away, Tony, from sending the Mustangs to the 3rd round.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what he does here. Last inning he pitched, he lost his zone a little bit, came back on it, and started picking at the corners again, and getting those calls. So overall, he's done a great job. Just I'm a little concerned about what his shoulder's doing. Keep an eye on that.
Here's De Leon, the 2-hole hitter. He'll lead us off. First pitch misses for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Haney from the windup. 1-0 up and in, 2 balls and no strikes.
He tried down, he tried up. Let's see what he.
Split the difference, Matthew. Though 2-0. Ground ball to second. Watson. No problem. One gone here to start the sixth.
Bring up Zarius Garcia, the second baseman.
This guy has hit the 2 hardest balls of the day for the Cubs, and he's 0 for.
That's right.
Line to Brasino at third and line to Salazar in left. First pitch on the outside corner, just off. 1 ball, no strikes. Matthew kind of wanted that pitch. He had some body language like he thought that one caught the edge. Ground ball to short. Chase Blackburn in time. 2 gone.
Left fielder Adrian Morales coming up. He's singled and grounded to second.
1 for 2 for Morales, who with nobody on here in the top of the 6th has got to try to get a little 2-out rally going. Mustangs with a 6-0 lead. This pitch is a strike.
Morales took a hack at that one.
It'll be the top of the Mustang order in the bottom of the 6th as they try to give some insurance to Matthew Haney, who is 4 outs away and ahead 0-2 with 2 gone here on Adrian Morales.
You got the cleanup hitter here. He's trying to get something done.
0-2 pitch, high chopper. Brasino charges. Stretch from Karen, can't get him. And that should be a hit. That high chop just gave too much time for Morales to get down the line. He'll leg it out for an infield single.
Brasino patted his chest there. He didn't like his throw over there to Karen. I don't know if it got there in time anyway. Morales moving down the line like he was, and Houston had to wait for that ball to come down.
Yeah, and I even let it come down and take another little short hop. I think if he could have got to that first high chop, maybe he would have had a chance, but that second little bounce cost him. Pitch from Haney in there for a strike. First baseman Jonathan Romero with 2 outs and a runner on first. Haney trying to get the Mustangs back in the dugout, and that one tapped foul in front of the Cub dugout, so 0-2. Quickly here to Romero from Haney. We talked a little bit in the break about how quick these Mustang pitchers work versus the oppositions a lot of times, and well, they get that thing, get in rhythm, and get with the act with it, Tony.
Yeah, that's really good to see. You want it as a coach, especially, and you want your teammates want that too when you're pitching. You want a good rhythm and keep a good pace going, keep the game moving.
Ground ball through the hole, base hit. Romero singles into left. So Morales moves up to second here, and a little 2-out action for the Cubs. Clyde Larry will be hit for, it looks like. Kelvin Gomez. Kelvin Gomez will pinch hit here for the DH Larry. He's got 2 on, 2 outs.
We're in the 6th, right?
Yeah, 6th inning. Looked like the Mustangs were breezing through this 6th inning here, and then all of a sudden, with 2 outs, a little rally here.
Well, the Cubs had a little action with 2 outs last inning as they moved a runner around.
Pitch misses off the edge from Haney, 1-0. Infield single and a base hit to left to get runners at first and second with 2 outs. Pitch is outside. Carter throws behind the runner. Karen can't make the catch, and the ball trickles into right field. They will hold the runner at third base. The Brownfield crowd not happy with that, but down by 6. No reason
they weren't
to take
happy
that
because
risk.
they were having Karen was still back there chasing that ball as it gone down the line, and Moore just come up with it. It'd been Mustangs would have had to made a play, but they'd have had the time to get it done. So that's a wise stop right there.
You don't run into any outs if you're the Cubs in this situation. You just need a base hit. That'll score 2 now as runners are in second and third. Haney now behind 3-0 to Gomez. Matthew trying to close this 6, struggling just a little bit. The 3-0 pitch right down the middle. Strike 1, 3-1. And now I'm sure the handcuffs will be off of Gomez with the count 3-1. 3-1 pitch on the outside corner for a strike. Gomez wanted ball 4. They have called that outside corner consistently all day, and Matthew Haney has painted it a few times. We'll see if he can do it again. The 3-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3, and Matthew Haney out of trouble again. He'll strand a pair. No runs.
2 hits.
2 hits, no errors. They'll leave 2 on. We go to the bottom of the 6th. 6-0 Mustangs on the Shallowater Sports Network.
If you're thinking of getting a new car, stop in and see us about an auto loan. Line up your money first, then go out and bargain like a cash buyer. Our rates are competitive and we make our decisions right here, so we give you quick service on auto loans. Auto loans, we do them well. We're First State Bank of Shallowater, member FDIC.
Welcome back. We go to the bottom of the 6th. We'll have a pitching change here for Brownfield. Into the game will be the left-hander Nathan Herrera Jr. We'll try to get the Mustangs here in the bottom of the 6th, and then the Cubs will need a rally in the top of the 7th. Shallowater 3 outs away on the defensive side from closing the deal here, and they'll have the top of the order. Raston Copeland, Grant Carter, and Brooks Carter do here in the bottom of the 6th. Raston's had a good day. He has singled, walked, and tripled, scored 2 runs. Tripled to lead off the game, drove in a run as well, so good line for Raston Copeland going. His box score will look good tomorrow. While they are 3 defensive outs away, Tony, with this offense, they're 4 runs away as well.
That's true, yeah. Home team, so they get those 4 runs, they could end this thing. That's true. New pitcher, and as of yet, all they've put is 2 at a time on the board. 1 in the first, 1 in the third, 2 in the fourth, and 2 in the fifth for the Mustangs. Yep. They lead at 6-0.
Only inning they haven't scored a run was that 2nd inning. But the Shallowater offense has gotten something done every inning. In the first pitch to Copeland is lined to left, a base hit.
Breaking ball coming in, and he saw it and drove it.
3rd hit of the day for Raston. And here's Brant Carter, 0 for 3, grounded out twice, flew out to center, has driven in a run though. Left-hander kicks and deals, misses high, 1 ball, no strikes. Wasn't a terrible performance from the Cubs starter, Valenzuela.
Nope, not at all.
As Andrew, a freshman, and Copeland on the move, will have second, stolen easily. Throw goes past the bag, but good job of backing it up there by the second baseman Garcia to keep Copeland at second with the stolen base.
I think that was a case of I think the pitcher wasn't thinking about that. He just came in, and I don't think he was thinking about Copeland taking off, because Copeland was halfway to second whenever he let go of the ball.
Yeah, Sisson, the catcher, could have put that one in his pocket. 3-0 at the plate now as Carter has got himself way ahead in the count. Probably be taking a pitch here. .30 is in there for a strike, 3-1.
Herrera, lefty, junior for the Cubs.
He works from the stretch, kicks and deals, outside ball 4. Sisson with a good block there to keep Copeland at second. And so now runners at first and second for Brooks Carter, who has started to heat up. He grounded to third in the first in the first inning. Then he doubled to deep center and drove in a run. And then singled and scored a run in the fifth. He is 2 for 3 with an RBI and a run scored. Pitch misses high, 1 ball, no strikes. Now, just for grins here, Tony, if Brooks Carter was to get on to load the bases, the winning run would be in the box, and it would be Cole Karen, who they have intentionally walked 2 times in a row. Could we see a bases loaded intentional walk? Would that be possible?
It would make more sense there than it did in the last inning when they intentionally walked him.
Carter lifts that one to left. Nice play by Morellis, the left fielder. Makes the play, 1 gone. And here comes Karen now.
Brings up the first baseman, number 20, Karen.
Singled and been intentionally passed twice. And the Shallowater crowd with a little cheer, kind of tongue-in-cheek, as Karen looks like he's going to get the bat this time. And now they said, nope, sorry, just playing. We're going to put him on.
So whenever Karen walked up to the box, the umpire's looking at the coach, looking for that call. And I don't know, the coach is asleep or whatever down there. That's whenever the Mustangs fans cheered. And then finally the coach woke up and said, no, put him on.
Yeah. 3 intentional passes to Cole Karen.
Yeah.
Sorry. Gannon Moore, the right fielder. Come on, Gannon.
Well, again, made more sense this inning than it did last inning.
Oh, and they got Cole picked off. He went to sleep over there at first base, and they throw behind the runner, and now the Mustangs in trouble on the base pass, a throw down to second to get Carter. So
a double play pickoff. You don't see that every day.
No, you don't. It'll go 1-3-6 to retire the sides. Mustangs score none. They leave 1 on 1 hit. No errors. We go to the top of the 7th. Mustangs just need 3 outs, leading 6-0 on the Shallowater Sports Network.
When you hear the hail and the thunder, you don't have to wonder who to call. Call the Paint Doctor.
Andress Brothers Roofing, we nail it every time, every time. We do one thing and we do it well. Since 1981, yes, time does tell. It's not just a house, it's your home. For quality work, we stand alone. Andress Brothers. every time. Quality guarantee, Andrus Brothers Roofing, every time.
We go to the 7th here in Wolford. Shallowater 3 outs away from a date with Bushland. Matthew Haney has been outstanding. They ran themselves out of a threat there in the 6th inning, but thanks to that 6-0 lead, makes you feel a little better.
A little better, but golly, that just you got those. You just gave them those 2 outs. Silly mistakes. You want to keep going to the playoff. You don't need to make those.
That's true. Here's Valenzuela. He started off the game on the hill for the Cubs. Pitched well for a freshman.
He pitched well for a senior, but
Yeah,
really
he did.
pitched well for a freshman.
He sure did. Pops this one up. Carter coming back, looking up, and runs out of room.
Came back out of play.
No balls and a strike at the plate here. Cubs will need a huge rally here. Of course, in high school, you only play the 7 innings, so Mustangs are 3 outs away. Pitch on the outside evens up the count at 1-1. Haney from the windup. The 1-1 pitch. Lifted in the air on the infield, popped up. Karen moves over to make the catch. Caught it off the end of the bat. Looked like he caught a little more of that baseball than he did, and Karen just puts that in his pocket. One gone. Josh Gonzalez will pinch hit here for the Cubs with 1 out. Haney's pitch misses upstairs, 1-0.
Gonzalez, a junior for Brownfield.
And there's a swing and a miss. Evens it up at 1-1. The 1-1 pitch from Haney. Matthew might not have had the stuff that he had in game 2 against Dimmitt. Maybe not quite the control that he had here in this start as he did in that first playoff start, but he has battled and kept those Brownfield runners from getting across that dish, and that's the main thing. He has evened up the count at 2-2. Gutty performance from Matthew Haney on the hill. Defense has been pretty outstanding as well. Only 1 Mustang error in the field. Pitch is in the dirt, count goes full. The offense has done enough, 6-0 after a 10-2 victory in game 1 last night.
Wasn't too bad a pitch that lasted from Haney's. He went low and away trying to draw a swing.
3-2 pitch fouled away. Well, let's do it again. The payoff pitch, ball 4, high and away.
I think that's his second of the day. Second walk of the day that he's issued.
We get another pinch hitter here. It's Brandon Anthony. Will bat for Jimenez. So you're at the bottom of the Brownfield order here. This would be the 9 spot. Martinez, the leadoff man, is on deck. Eventually. He might not know it yet. Here he comes.
Now we got pinch hitters coming in, so I was checking them on the on deck guys, and I looked up to see if he was actually on deck.
Carter behind the runner that time. Karen picks it up That's where the only error of the day came from, as a throw down behind the runner. Down into the right field corner.
Pitch was low for a ball, wasn't it?
Yep, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. Downstairs, 2 balls, no strikes. Haney has ground through 6 1/3. He has just battled all day. That one outside, 3 balls in, no strikes. Mustangs have some activity over here to the right of the dugout.
Most of those pitches are low and away, missing low and away.
3-0 pitch, right down the middle. 3-1. Well, let's just roll one over to Chase. Little 6-4-3, get out of here. What do you say?
That'd work. It'd work just fine. Be the pitcher's best friend.
3-1 pitch, lifted in the air to center. It will fall for a hit. Salazar, the left fielder, cutting in to make the play. Gets it back into second, but the runners are able to advance. First and second here now with 1 out. And Martinez, the shortstop, is due. Coach Huffman on his way to the mound. Handshake for Matthew Haney, and that'll do it for him.
That was a good hit by Anthony there as he went to the gap between left and center.
Looks like we're going to call on the left fielder, left-hander Chris Salazar, to try to close it.
Rylan Blackburn going out to the field to take Chris's spot out there.
Yeah, looks like Blackburn will be in left. Haney's day is done. Those 2 runners on base belong to him, but fine effort, 6 1/3 for the big right-hander.
Oh, yeah. 6 1/3. And like I say, plenty of Shallowater got plenty of pitchers, so good to bring them in and get some work.
Yeah, scattered 6 hits. Only walked a couple, struck out 5, I think. If I remember right, maybe 6. Might have missed 1.
4, 5, 6.
Yep, 6 strikeouts for Haney. And Salazar, 32 1/3, comes in with a 1.95 ERA, 52 strikeouts in 32 1/3, and a 1.30 WHIP for Chris Salazar. So you see that a lot on this Shallowater staff, just an enormous amount of strikeouts, almost 2 an inning. I mean, it's over 1.5 an inning for sure for these Mustang pitchers consistently, as they can really deal it on the hill. And you heard Tony talk about the pitching depth that they've had. And this here is a guy, Tony, who last year in the playoff run came in and made some big appearances in some pressure-packed situations. So this is a guy with a lot of playoff experience that shouldn't be intimidated by this situation at all.
No, very true. Yeah, Chris has done a great job. I was looking to see, is he a junior this year?
Salazar? I think he is a senior.
Is he a senior?
Yeah, I think so.
I remember him coming in as a sophomore year before last and just doing such a great job. It's not on there. I was looking.
Yeah, I get it.
That's where we need David. David knows where everybody's at.
David knows, for sure. I'm trying to go back to my football roster to figure that one out. First pitch from Salazar misses 1-0. 1 out, runners at first and second. Mustangs 2 outs away, leading 6-0 here. Salazar with a little bluff back.
But generally speaking, yeah, Chris got the experience. He gets that curveball working, that breaking ball, Lloyd. He whip it in there.
Has missed on his first 2 pitches. He will step away, get in that rosin bag, regroup. 2 balls, no strikes. Martinez, the leadoff man for the Cubs in there, and there is that breaking ball in for a strike, 2-1. 2-1 pitch. In there, strike 2.
That's it. That's the pitch that Chris likes to go to right there.
2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Down goes Martinez. And the Mustangs are 1 out away.
Brings up number 10, Ivan De Leon.
As Ivan De Leon stands in. The last hope for the Cubs.
De Leon's 1 for 3 on the day.
Fouls the first pitch back. No balls and 1 strike. Coming up after the game, we'll go to the Forza Site Services post-game show. Hopefully have the D&K Hunt Electric player or players of the game. Salazar's pitch fouled off down that right field line. He's way ahead 0-2, and Chris Salazar and the Mustangs 1 strike away from round number 3. The 0-2 pitch, just outside 1-2.
Good pitch. Good 0-2 pitch there, trying to draw a swing out. De Leon.
1-2 pitch. In the air to left, it'll fall in front of Blackburn for a hit. Here comes the runner. The throw from Ryland in from left field, not in time, and a run scores. RBI single for De Leon, scores a run. 6-1 is our score. And here's Zarius Garcia. Has hit the ball hard all 3 times today. Salazar took one of those hits away with a nice play out in left field. That one misses outside, 1-0. Cubs trying to get a little 2-out rally going here. Have runners at first and second. Still with a run in here in the top of the 7th.
All right, now caught up. De Leon's hit out there to left field was a good shot. He dropped it out there right in front of Ryland, and Ryland come up firing. Was a good play. Just runner had time to round third and come on home. Slide in under the tag.
2 balls and 1 strike to Garcia, the 3-hole hitter who's standing in. Pitch catches the corner, 2-2, and again the Cubs are down to their final strike. Salazar kicks and deals, swung on and missed, and bring on Bushland. The Shallowater Mustangs win today, 6-1. They win the series 2-0, and will move on in the state playoff. Shallowater over Brownfield. And when we come back, we'll have Coach Huffman and some of the players coming up on the Shallowater Sports Network.
Please join Christian ISD and Long Sports Authority as we congratulate Brownfield Job for their fantastic season. They've done a great job of representing the state, the team, and your fans. Well done, everyone.
than 60 years, United has called West Texas home. It's from here that we operate 94 stores across the region. Look, and you'll see United employees all around you, supporting other local businesses, your businesses, and giving their time and energy to help our efforts to make this the best place to live and work. We are West Texas, and West Texas is united.
Walk On Sports Bistro puts everything we've got into bringing you game day with a taste of Louisiana. Dig into our mouth-watering made-from-scratch Louisiana cuisine, all made with fresh ingredients you can't help but crave. Don't forget, kids eat free on Tuesdays with an adult entree purchase, and our happy hour is Monday through Thursday from 2 to 6 p.m. and 9 p.m. to close. Visit walk-ons.com to learn more about our story. Walk On Sports Bistro, more than a restaurant.
Welcome back to Shallowater Baseball on the Shallowater Sports Network. This is Tony Jackson. I'm here with Donnie Hart. Donnie has gone down to speak to the coach. I'll give you some totals, what I can gather up. Shallowater wins this one. Score is 6-1. Shallowater had 11 hits to the 7 hits by the Cubs, and 1 error for each team. Some of our batting let's go with Haney first. Haney pitched 6 1/3. He had 6 strikeouts, walked only 2. He had 1 run, which was earned right there at the end. Other than that, he had a great day on the mound. Again, he only lost his zone there 1 time, I'd say, where he had trouble tracking down the strike zone there for just a little bit, but other than that, he had a great day on the mound. Batting wise, overall the Mustangs again with 11 hits. Or 12 hits. I got him down for 12 hits. 6 runs on 11 or 12 hits. 1 error. We didn't leave near as many on base this game as we did last game. Raston Copeland went 2 for 3 with a walk and had an RBI. Brent Carter was 0 for 3 with a walk and an RBI. Brooks Carter was 2 for 4 with a double and a single and an RBI. Cole Caron, who got walked several times, intentionally walked 3 times, so he was 1 for 1, and that one was a single. Gannon Moore, he was 0 for 3. Houston Brasino, I believe, was 2 for 3. Chase Blackburn was 0 for 3, a couple of strikeouts. Cutter Watson, 2 for 3. He had 1 strikeout but 2 singles. And then Chris Salazar, 1 for 3 with a single. Fine day. A couple RBIs there for Houston Brasino. I knew I missed a couple somewhere. We're getting the interview set up for the speaking to the coach and the player, I guess the player of the game. Almost got that ready to go. Shallowater facing Bushland next. Bushland usually a powerhouse, so it'll be a tough game coming in next weekend. See where we play there. We'll get that set up and let you know on all the social media for the Mustangs as soon as we get that information available to you.
Welcome back. Donnie Hart here. On the Forza Site Services post-game show here with D&K Hunt Electric players of the game. One of them, Cole Karen. Cole, you get a couple of free passes today. These guys are afraid to walk. You're getting the Barry Bonds treatment out here.
Yeah, it feels good, but I'm nowhere near his stature at all. I'm just happy they pitched me the first time.
A lot of respect being shown to Cole Karen here. Senior year, you guys have got a couple of playoff round victories. Big matchup coming up against Bushland. Mustangs are clicking on all cylinders. You got the bats going. The pitching's been outstanding. Defense has been great. You guys are a well-rounded baseball team. What do you guys got to keep doing to get another victory against Bushland coming up?
Just keep the same stuff going on. Hitting well, pitching well, and then have air-free defense at the end.
Yeah, talk about as a senior what it's been like for you, what your role's been, what you've brought to this ball club to kind of keep these guys focused on the goal at hand. I know you guys really want to get down to Round Rock.
Yes, sir. We have a few new faces, not a lot, but it's more coaching, and then with Huffman coming in, it's been adaptive and going on, just learning.
Well, great job from Cole Karen. Congratulations, big victory. Senior moving on to the third round. Here's Coach Huff right here. The victorious head man stands in, the manager. Boy, I tell you what, that's victory number 30, gets you to the third round. You guys are playing great baseball. Just talk about what your guys did this weekend.
It really started on the bump for us. Chase came in, had a great game one, really kept them off balance, and then followed it up by another stellar performance by Matthew Haney. I think I could probably count on 0 hands how many times he's gone out and not just been consistent for us. So super proud of him. And then at the plate, a lot of contributions up and down the lineup from just about everybody. So.
Well, you talk about that pitching and you talk about how good you've been at the plate, but the defense has been outstanding behind it. You guys are making the plays behind those pitchers, and that certainly helps keep the pace of the game going. Sure that defense is sound and you guys get off the fast starts?
Yes, sir. That's something we definitely harp on a lot. We talk to those guys all the time about, just make the routine play. Don't do anything extra. Make the routine play. Get the out. Let the pitcher know you're going to play behind him, because now he has a lot more confidence to really attack hitters and give you more opportunities as well. So.
This is the longest road probably of any playoff group that goes on. I mean, we're talking 6 weeks of really strenuous baseball. How do you keep your team focused on the task at hand? Because at each round, the water just continues to get deeper and deeper, and the competition get tougher and tougher.
Yes, sir. Almost sound like a broken record. We focus on winning the day. We show up every day at the ballpark. We got to go 1-0 on that day, and we're going to let the rest of them worry about them when we get there. So.
Congratulations, Coach. Big victory. Proud of you guys, as always. We were looking for Brooks Carter, but it looks like he got hung up. Let's see, Brooks, come on. See if you can come on over and give me a quick little segment or two. Brooks had a big day. He got that bat going here today, had the big RBI double, and the catcher and 3-hole hitter has been outstanding for the Mustangs through this playoff run. And, we say a lot about this guy. Everybody walks Cole Karen, intentionally, but this is the guy who leads the team in home runs and it has been such a big productive hitter inside that Mustang middle of the order. You guys have been great on the offensive side. Just talk about your approach at the plate and what you're trying to get done when you step in that box.
Well, I just try to drive the ball and try to get RBIs, and thankfully we have a really good 1 and 2 hole that end up getting on a lot and can run too, and it just helps a lot for RBIs and approaches and all that.
Well, you're a guy I talk about in the broadcast. There's so many things you can do. You can get up on the hill if you need to. You play shortstop. You're behind the plate with the tools of ignorance, working in the heat, doing all that stuff. You got that big rocket arm, but, that's something that goes overlooked is all you bring to this team defensively along with your offensive game. And just talk about how you're trying to lead this ball club through this playoff run.
I'm just trying to stay calm and just everybody, our team's full of leaders, and I can't say enough about us. It's just everybody wants to be out here and play, and we're all excited to play as well, and it's just fun to play.
Yeah, great job. You guys, you get Bushland now coming up here in the third round. I know you made a deep playoff run. The Mustangs have further aspirations than just getting to the third round, but the Falcons are a team that have made some waves in the last couple of weeks and showing up as a scary team. What do you guys got to do to make sure you're focused, ready to go when the time comes for Bushland?
We just got to keep doing what we always do, and that's just have a good practice, keep it simple, not too much, and just play the game.
Well, Congratulations, buddy. Great job. Brooks Carter and company get the sweep over Brownfield. The Mustangs are moving on to the third round. The regional quarterfinals coming up against Bushland. We'll give you the dates and times for those when we have them for the Shallowater Sports Network broadcast. Hopefully you folks at home will be able to join us. I want to thank everybody involved with this broadcast. I want to thank Tony Jackson, David Blackburn, who picked up for me last night while I was coming back from Austin in that state track meet. Thanks to Jake Warren and Angel Flores, who produced this thing and shot all the pictures for you. They were here for both those games and did an outstanding job. And for you folks at home, we hope you enjoyed it. We're able to watch some good high school baseball. The Mustangs have won the series 2-0 over Brownfield. They move on to face Bushland coming up on the Shallowater Sports Network. It's a Shallowater sweep here from Friendship. For everybody involved, I'm Donnie Hart saying so long. Thanks for joining us. It's been a great day to be a Shallowater Mustang. Touchdown, Shallowater Mustang! Jakari Davis, and he threw it out of the gym. We'll shoot the three. Nobody came to stop her, and Jenna